Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at Panflow by Audiomodern. Okay, so this is continuing our series of 100% free apps, no IAPs, no nothing. You just download the app and it's there, it's free, it'll work for you. This is quite a remarkable effect. You can do some incredibly complex panning and spatial stuff with Panflow as well. So it's kind of really detailed. So you can get really surgical. I'll show you all about it anyway, but it's like I said, it's free, so you may as well go and grab it. First of all, I shall apply it to my voice. Now, obviously, it would be a good idea to wear headphones for this so you can hear what's going on. So I shall engage Panflow now like this, and you will hear that it's all over the right-hand side. Now, for Panflow to work, your transport needs to be running. So we'll switch transport on and then we'll engage Panflow, and you will see now that it's moving from left to right quite slowly. We'll open Panflow and see what's going on. Let's make it a little bit bigger here. Okay, so first of all, you see your main wave screen here. This 100% is your dry wet mix. So if I kind of take it all the way down to 0, my voice will just be in the center, not being affected by anything at all. We can bring it up like this. This is smoothing. So this smooths out the transition. Okay. Your speed, watch this change now. The speed is how fast the transport travels. So 1/8's got to be a lot quicker like that. So like that kind of thing. Take it down to 1, which will go over 1 bar. The resolution here, what this does is if I change the resolution, it won't change anything at all. So if I go resolution fast, but it will give you extra points in the grid that you can add points to, like this. You see, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you can draw in your shape. Now I'll show you this on something else because it's a bit annoying on voice. I'll close this like this. And there we have also the marvelous loop mix from Audiomodern as well. Now, of course, loop mix is not free, but it's still brilliant and worth buying. So let's put in Panflow. And this is again the default. But the grid is 16, you see. And you see these here. These are the shapes. So at the moment you can see that this is basically a sine shape for drawing in stuff with. So I could put some extra points in the grid here. If we change the shape, so for instance this one, and we put a point in, you'll see that that's now more like a linear curve. And then this last one here, this is like square waves. So we can do very cool stuff like that. And wherever we click on now, so we can mix and match our shapes by changing the shape position here. And if we go really high resolution, say, well, you could go up to 1/64th, which is insane, look. We go with the squares. So you can get incredibly detailed modulation shapes going for the actual panning. I'll turn it up a little bit. Let's change the pattern. I'll increase the resolution now, the speed. And we can slow it right down all the way to, I'm going to speed, 16. very cool. And then of course we can blend it in a bit or smooth it out. This control here will vary it. This control will, every time if I switch this on, every time it passes through, let me put this down to again a 1, it will change. But this time it will change based on what your waveform setting is here. And if you don't want it to change every single beat, you can increase it so it'll change every, say, 4 times it passes now. This is bypass, and this is momentary bypass while you're holding it. This is the amount of change. So I'll take this back down to 1. So less subtle changes here. Then medium, and then complex. Okay. And that, guys, is basically Panflow. And now, so you don't really need to know anything more. I will put a link in the description for Panflow. Excuse me. I'll put a link in the oops, hang on a minute. I'll be going here. I will put a link in the description for Panflow, and you can go and get it. It's absolutely free. And to finish off, I'm just going to play with it on Mononoke, because when you hear on a drone, you get an idea of how really cool this is. So I shall take this out. We don't need the transport running, but we do need the transport running for Panflow. So Mononoke will just work. Let's just do this. I'll switch these on. We'll get a little bit of a sound going here. Let's just do this. This is very cool. I'll get a little bit of movement going. Change the sound up a little bit. Here we go. Right, so I will now close my microphone and play with Panflow on Mononoke. Should point out as well that this big control is randomize. Dependent on what settings you have. So there you go. Panflow by Audiomodern, which is completely free and, well, just awesome. I mean, let's be fair, most people would pay for apps like this. Really good, especially when we go kind of extreme. And I like the fact that you can change, like once you've got like a set like this, you can then change how the next ones react depending on where you add your new points in, sort of thing, you know. So you can go square, sine, kind of sawtoothish, triangle-ish, you know, or linear if you like. It's very good. Anyway, there you go. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a Patreon or making a super thanks, and I will see you all later. Panflow by Audiomodern. See you later, guys. Ta-ra.